Hello everyone, I'm here today with a flip-through video, and this album happens to be one where I didn't do any process videos for it because it's kind of travel, kind of not. It's about a staycation that I did with a friend of mine. We decided to do a scrappy, crafty weekend at a hotel within the Twin Cities where we live, because with COVID and stuff still happening at that time, we just didn't want to do anything too crazy, but have fun but be safe. So I have this 3x8 album. This is from Ali Edwards. I haven't done the title yet and the spine yet because I'm not quite sure what I want to call it, and I'm not quite sure if maybe I can fit something else in here because we did another crafty weekend. So I'm not quite sure I can fit all that, but maybe. So I don't want to do that yet. But I bought this album a while ago from Ali Edwards, and I've just held on to it because I really wasn't familiar with this size yet. Wasn't sure that I wanted to venture into it, but once I did, I found that I loved it. So the inside of it has this grid pattern, which I like because it gives it a little visual interest, but it's not too crazy and you could really use it for anything. So I thought, all right, well, it'll work well here because the cover's green, and we did take a break from our crafty stuff and we went to the spring flower show at the Minnesota Landscape Arboretum. So there will be pictures of that in here as well. And so I just felt like it was a really good fit. So with all of that said, let's take a look at this album. So I did only do 3x8. Maybe you could squeeze a 4x8 in here, but it probably would go right to the edge, I'm guessing, just because there's not a lot of room here. It might even stick out a little bit. I think it's really made just to be for 3x8. And just to keep it simple and make sure everything was aligned, I stuck with that size. But I did use multiple types of page protectors and some fold outs, as you'll see. So here's my opening page, just a little bit of journaling there about where we went and why we did it. And then just a little phrase there, puffy stickers, that's it. I love it when there are 3x8 cards made for journaling. It just makes things so much easier to just kind of get that out of the way, and then you can move on to the rest of the album. And then right away here, you can't tell maybe from this side, but here, this is a flip out. So I had another full 3x8 pocket card. Just did some sparkly pen work there. I don't know if that shows up well on camera. It's silver. And then a chipboard piece. And then here's my fold out. We actually went to a local stitching store before checking into the hotel, and I love that place. So I wanted to make sure that that got included too. And then I tried this new white mist or splattering ink, and I have to give a plug for it because it's fantastic. This is the only white spray I've ever had that actually shows up on dark paper. So yes, it looks good, I think, here, as you can see, but look over here. Look how nicely that shows up on a navy card. That's why I wanted it, because the other two that I have tried soaked right in. You could barely tell that there was anything white there. So this really is the way to go. And then just some more photos from inside the stitching store there. And then over here we were done with that. And then it wasn't that far, maybe I think 5 or 6 miles from there to the hotel that we picked. So we went in to the hotel, got our room, got settled about 3:30. This was on a Friday. And then there we are. That's my friend. We're just chilling in our room. We got a suite so that we'd have an actual living room area where we could spread out, plus the bedroom. And then there was an extra chair in there, which I used to basically pull out all of my crap so that I could have it in the chair and see everything while I was working. And then over here, I just have a little more journaling about, taking care of myself by doing this. And then you could see I also used an end table for some of my projects. And so I have all of that spread out there. And I had some pictures from our dinner that night. We had a fabulous Greek meal. We had it ordered in because we didn't want to go anywhere. I have a flip here. I'm debating on possibly stamping a tiny little set of like utensils or something there. I'm not sure. For now I have left it. I just wanted the color really, but I may go back and stamp there. We'll see what happens. Delicious baklava there. And then I chose to enlarge a photo and do a close-up here of my gyro. So that's in there as well. Oops, I should probably close that. There we go. Now it'll lay better. And then Saturday morning, we took the earliest slot. It was timed entry, still with COVID, trying to keep control of crowds and things. So we took the earliest spot that we could get for tickets. So it was very quiet, not a lot of people there, which was great because not only did we feel safer, but we could see everything. There weren't really people in our way where we were waiting for them to move or anything. And so that's always a bonus. So here I took the front of the brochure from the event and I put a sticker there. I have a whole book of stickers. It's some kind of a garden thing and it's from Echo Park. I'll see if I can find it before the end of the video. But I used those stickers in a lot of places. And this is from some totally random set that I had, but look how nicely those match. I felt like they worked really well together. And so here's this little gazebo they had done up on the outside, and then here is another flip where I can use a 6x8 page protector to fit, you know, a full photo there, put these side by side. There's another sticker from that same set. This is as well. This was from a different Allie Edwards set of stickers I had. I don't even remember which one that's from, but I know I'm pretty sure anyway that it's Allie Edwards. And then here I used another one. And then I have several layouts where I got to use sequins. And I had such fun picking out what was going to go in these because I really wanted the colors to pop. Everything we saw was so beautiful. And so I wanted the sequins to really enhance that. So here's the other side. They had 2 of these glass chandeliers. These are not by Chihuly, but obviously the person who makes these knows who Chihuly is because they're similar in many ways. But there were 2 of these hanging from the ceiling, and this is the one I liked better, and so I just chose to feature that one. And then I have this large puffy sticker that says lovely. Those are from Ellie's studio, and actually in that set of stickers I believe there were 3 big titles and I used all of them in here, so you'll see more. And they have this beautiful pink, kind of pink on pink on pink, little purple included set up here. It made me think of the pink wall that was very similar to this at the Paris in Las Vegas when I was there. So it made me feel very French looking at this. And then they had a business card from the person who had done the display, and so I used that. And then here's another fold out, and you can see the full seating arrangement here, which was spectacular. And then I did mention the little fact about the Paris. And actually these stickers here are all from that same set that I mentioned, Echo Park. And then these 2 I just kind of had, they didn't really go with anything else. So I decided to just do a single layout for those. Little, you know, flag or pennant here, a puffy sticker, called it good. Then we were on to a ceramics exhibit that was there, and I wanted to highlight a couple of things from that. So I got to use sequins again, and I wanted to work in this bright blue, even though it doesn't really appear in anything. I felt like it was needed because so much of the other stuff was a very earth tone palette, brown, different shades of green. I even had black in there, kind of a copper color. So I felt like I needed something else, and I really liked the look of that blue option. Then I did some stamping here. Puffy sticker, I think that's from that same set as the big words. I think that's from Ellie's studio, if I remember right. And again, these 2 were lovely, kind of went together, but they didn't go with anything else, so they got a single layout as well. So I went and grabbed the sticker book that I had been talking about, and I was wrong, it's not Echo Park, it's Cartabella. But they have a similar style, I feel, and it's called Flower Garden, and you get all of these wonderful things in here, and you get 2 of everything. So you have these long border stickers, you have some phrases, alpha, and then all of these others that are in there. So if you do a lot of things with flowers, you might like to get this one. So then we were just going through some other small displays that were set up. These are actually flowers made of thin wood. So I wanted to feature those. And then they also had some other exhibits other than the ceramic one. They had this group of paintings that part of them were very impressionist looking, and then part of them were like this, very almost photorealistic, large flowers. And I loved the bright colors. I so needed that in the middle of winter. I mean, it was so dull and dreary. This really made my day. So I wanted to make sure that I showcased those as well. And then I just did, you know, little stickers here and there. And I happen to have this card. I think this is from an old messy box maybe, which means it's old. I had that a long time, I think. And I just loved the phrase, so I used it. And then there is a cafe at the Arboretum, and all of these were actually set up in the cafe. Look at those colors. I could not resist taking a crap ton of pictures of all of these mini displays along the wall because they were just so festive and beautiful. It reminded me kind of South America, Latin America with the styles and the colors. So I definitely wanted to include that because it made me happy to see all the color. And then this was onto a separate building over where they have the conservatory area, but they had even more displays over there. And a lot of them were very purple based, which makes me happy because I love purple. So I took that chance to use it. And there again, you can see on that card, there's that white splattering. Loving it. Looks great on a dark card. And then this is another one that folds out. So there's another one of those words from that same set. This is also from that same Ellie Studio set. Actually, all of these are. These were all in the same one. So if you like the look of that, it comes from Ellie's Studio. And then as you can see, more purple, more purple in there as well. And then I had this fun card. I wanted to use that, and the colors matched pretty decently, I think. Added in some more, again, more purple. That's from that same Ellie Studio set as well. I used a lot of those stickers just in this album. They're almost gone. So that was kind of nice. I kept my supplies limited and I was able to use a lot. These stickers are both from that sticker book that I showed, and I loved these, this kind of orangey coral color. You don't see that a lot. I really enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite color themes or styles. So I definitely wanted to showcase those. I happen to have this chipboard piece. I believe it's from Cocoa Daisy from an older kit. And then again, added some sequins and kind of went a little wild because I have two different shades of coral, if that makes sense, plus green vines, a little gold, and kind of white clear. I wanted to bring in all of those different aspects, and I think it came out pretty well. And then I also had that color on this side, and so I was able to match, which is always good when you're doing pocket pages. And then here I had this fun card that matched the flower well. This rub-on is also from Cocoa Daisy. I think it's from the same set as this. I think those were in the same kit, older though. And then maybe this was too. Looks like maybe those all go together. I can't remember that one for sure. And over here, all I did here was just put on a chipboard phrase. That one I believe is from Freckled Fawn. That's also an old one. Added a flip, more of those Ellie Studio stickers. And then we're in Minneapolis, so Prince is a big deal here. And in our hotel, they actually had this Prince display. Just you walk around a corner and there it is off the lobby. And so we were super excited to see that. So I had to showcase some Prince. And then our meal Saturday night, we decided to go to a local Thai place. It was actually right across the road. It wasn't nearly as good as the Greek meal that we had the night before, but it was decent. So we were fine with that. And we just ate it in the hotel like breakfast area. Because again, we didn't want to eat in the restaurant, but we wanted to have the food. So we still got yummy stuff, but we stayed put pretty much. And then the last page is just another view of what our hotel room looked like. This is my friend's area when she was using the desk. And I just happened to have this card that I loved. And I'm like, oh, okay, that color kind of appears here. And then there's some pink. And so I added pink elements to make it all match. So there you have it. That is the completed album for the little weekend staycation that we did in the winter. So hopefully you've enjoyed seeing this kind of album come together here. It's one of the first I've ever done of this size where it's really exclusive to that. And I really enjoyed it. I think I will be doing more in this size in the future. Thanks for watching.